REI Live Columbia. It is the day after Labor Day, so glad you could make it on a sure to be busy day after the holiday. I don't know why we did this day after holiday, but I'm glad you're here. You're taking a step for your future. So I'm excited to be here with you guys for this. We've got a couple of fun things today. One being that our speaker could make it. So as you know, as Michelle put a great video up earlier, if you didn't see that, we have to pivot a lot during COVID times. So he was going to come, and family issues or family, basically illness. I mean, it's COVID. You just stay home if you think anything's wrong. So we are so happy that he did that. So happy that he said he'll come back. We have no issues with that. So you get to listen to me a little bit longer. Who's ready for that? All right. So I had a couple of things that I've been wanting to get off my chest and talk to y'all about, but I like to bring in other speakers. So there was a few things pent up, so I got to bring one of them out, and we'll do that today. The first thing that we want to talk about is, why isn't this clicker working? All right, our wins. Who has a win for today? So we like to start off with wins because this is a fun business. Real estate, we can win in all kinds of ways, and I like to start with a little bit of encouragement because it is also a tough business, and you could get ground down if you let it. So who had a win this week, last week, anytime recent? Chavis?
Closed on our first investment property last Tuesday.
All right. First investment property. Investment going to be a rental, a flip? Rental? All right. Awesome. I love that. That's one step to cash flow independence. That's what I love. All right, who else? Right here.
We got out of a bad partnership last week and didn't lose any money.
Oh my God, that's amazing. See what I mean? The wins could be anywhere, everywhere. I love the gratitude journal. We were talking about that earlier. Yeah, write that down. I didn't lose my shirt in a bad deal. All right, who else? I know you got one.
I was able to close on my first duplex.
They've closed on a duplex. All right. And you're going to keep it or flip it? Keep it, right? Keeping it. All right. I love it. Who else?
Gina and I, coming cash home buyers, had the best month we've had all year.
Good bit. There you go. Awesome. I love that one. It's kind of personal. I like that. What do you guys got? Come on. I know you got one.
We closed our second wholesale deal 2 weeks ago.
Second deal down.
It was a firehouse.
Firehouse. It was on fire, wasn't it? Literally on fire.
It was rough.
But listen, I'm gonna dive deep on that. The house was burnt. It was a mobile home in a up and coming neighborhood. I had to basically twist Quinn's arm. I almost said Quisha again. I had to twist his arm to make him sign the contract. I said, get it signed at whatever, 14, 15, I can't remember what the number was. I said, sign it, we'll figure this out. It's a deal, sign it. He was a little bit nervous. He signed it, and I was like, you just call Freddie's. He's going to sell it for us. Freddie's going to sell it for us. Did you call Freddie's?
I did.
After how long?
Almost 3 days to having to close on it.
After you tried to do it without Freddie's, and then he had to call Freddie's. So I was like, see, listen.
Oh, yeah.
But after the JV split, we made how much? You made how much?
7.
After the JV split,
Yeah.
you got to take home $7,000. That's what I'm talking about. On a burned up trailer for less than 20, whatever that was. Who else got a win?
We closed last week on the wholesale deal. Probably the quickest one we've ever done. I would say from the longer part was actually buying a homeowner.
Wow.
So I'd say from the time we got a contract to close, we're going to give you maybe 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Wholesale deal in 2 weeks.
Everything out.
That's awesome.
It's not better.
And you made some cash money? All right. I love it. Holy mackerel, 21,000? Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll give you a double clap. All right, who else has got a win? Rochelle, you got anything? Nothing? No win?
Lots of deals closing. I don't
Nothing?
I had a closing today.
What was Friday? What was Friday? It was a special day for as a real estate agent. Cap Out Friday. Do y'all guys know what capping out as a real estate agent means? So I'll tell. Unless you want to tell, come on. So as a real estate agent, it's a pretty big deal when you cap out. That means that you have sold so many homes and closed so many homes that your broker says you don't have to pay us anymore. All of your commissions are now yours, no more splits, and Rochelle hit it on Friday. Hence the call Rochelle sign up front. So I told y'all we're going to have some fun today. So outside, I'm going to make all of y'all stand up. And outside, we have a champagne bar to toast everybody's win, especially Rochelle. So everybody go get a glass and toast Rochelle. Everybody up. Let's go get our glass of champagne, and you just come right back. We're going to go up and stretch our legs. All right, so does anybody, we'll take that, the wins, and we'll go into, does anybody have anything for sale or that they're specifically looking for? This has been an awkward moment in the last few months because everyone that has a deal has already sold it by the time they get here, right? So is there anybody that has a wholesale deal that they're trying to assign, or are you looking for something specific? Like, don't tell me you want a 3-2 at 1,500 square feet. Everybody wants that. If you're looking for something like a mobile home park, tell me about it. Anybody? Multifamily? Yeah, he got a duplex. Yep. So are you looking for two, like a duplex, quad, real big?
Quads would be great.
Great.
But multi-area
Okay. If anybody has one, or if they're talking to an owner in here that they're maybe getting close to a deal on that, then y'all need to connect. We'll have another networking break here in a minute. Y'all connect. Anybody else? Now that you've broken up from your bad deal, what are you guys doing now?
I wanted to clarify, it was not a bad deal. It was a great deal. It was an awful partner to work with.
Okay.
So we get out of the deal, we still make some money, and we don't have to deal with this person.
Hey, love it.
And we better triplex.
Triplex. Okay, so you're kind of multis too. Who else is looking for something specific?
Possibly no deals, anything specifically, but any book anybody would like to share, if like any motivation or any deal dives, anything like that, feel free to share them with me.
Absolutely. That's an awesome request. I love that. Maybe somebody take a note. I'll put a link or
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
the 5-second rule. Yes, write that down. The 5-second rule has been one that I shared with you guys, and it's been awesome. It's so simple. You're going to think I'm teaching kindergartners, but it's so simple, but it works. I'll make you read it or look it up on YouTube to get the synopsis, but the gist is finding a way to have everyday courage to take action, okay? Go research it. Go find it, buy the book. Chavis?
Also multifamily. So
Multifamily.
4.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Bishop, do we have anything for sale right now?
I do. Well, I've got a beautiful 3-1 in Denmark, South Carolina. It's a fixer
Might need some paint.
Yeah, some paint, maybe some new flooring. It's got 2 or 3 different color shingles on it, so added value.
That's a bonus.
Champagne, how beautiful is that?
Beautiful after the shoot. Yeah. But I've got several that you should email me about.
Awesome.
We just got one today. What was that? Thornbridge that we got on Friday, which is in Northeast. Yeah. And listen, it's my backyard too. We do. We work it. We get them. We get it. Everybody's got plenty of room to get a deal.
I do have the one on Dogwood.
We literally, y'all, I didn't know there were so many dogwoods in this town. We sold one on Dogwood. Who else has? Ed has one on Dogwood. Where'd Ed? And then there's another one on Dogwood, a different Dogwood.
There was one Dogwood in Casey, this one's the Dogwood in Columbia, and that one's Dogwood Cottage, and I don't remember what part of town.
Y'all, we need to come up with better names for roads. All right. Guys, when we have another break, get to know each other, talk to each other. I want you to kind of connect and see if there is someone else in here that has or is kind of in the space that you can connect and complete your puzzle, all right? So that's a lot of what we are here for, is the networking. Let me tell you a little bit about us in general, who I am, why I'm standing up here, why we started this. REI Live Columbia is where we are today. This is our education and networking place. We come here, we do this meeting once a month, and we meet at a property on our on-site. We call it REI Live On-Site once a month. And then in between, we do different coaching programs and different YouTube videos, just things to help, in general, our real estate investors here locally to grow their business. And as you guys saw, there's a lot of deals in this room. There's plenty more out there. So we just want to help you all connect and find the right thing that you need for your business, okay? Freedom Finders, that's our coaching program. That's our one-on-one or group, and that's where we really kind of take people along. Well, you will find out actually a little bit more about that because we've started something, and I talked about it with our group that's in here. We've started something that I'll show you at the end, where it's called Deal Finders, and we're going to help you get your first or your next deal on the cheap. Okay, so it's for everybody to jump in, and it's going to be updated. It's going to be a ton. I'll get to that later. So Lucas Properties, that is our business that we started many years ago. It's really where we started, and that's flipping houses right now. Okay, that's our entity that flips houses. That's Michelle. She does all the cool Instagram posts and YouTube videos about the houses that she's flipping right now, the design and all that. We also own our rentals in some subsidiaries, some LLCs that are underneath that. Then Lucas Group, Rochelle is rocking and rolling with that. That's our retail arm. So if you guys are looking for an investor-friendly agent or agency, that's us. And of course, if you want to sell your flips, we can help you with that. Rochelle just knocked one out with a, what was it, 20,000 over ask, 11,000 over ask, 10,000 guaranteed appraisal gap. Oh, it was awesome. Yeah. And then Columbia Cash Home Buyers, that is our wholesaling arm. That's where we market. That's our TV commercial, our radio commercial, our postcards, our website. All that is how we get direct to seller leads. Okay. So that's Regina and Bishop. That's right, in the back. So guys, that's our business. We've been doing this for about 14 years. All of those things down there at the bottom is what led us to say, you know what, we'd like to start this REI Live because we felt like we kind of got started on our own. We didn't have a place like this. I ended up partnering or getting engaged and hiring a coach that they were based out of Charleston. So I didn't feel like there was something here locally that could help us get to where we wanted to be in our business. So we said, you know what, let's just start one. Let's get together in Columbia and just say, hey, we're investors, we want to be together, and we want to help each other succeed. So that's what we did. So all the things on the bottom led to what we have now as REI Live. In our businesses, in REI Live, everything we seek to do is to honor God, serve others, and be good stewards of our resources. You'll find that throughout all of our businesses and our endeavors. All right, so that's who we are. Who's here? This is your first time being here? Who here's your first? Just one? All right, so that's, way to go, Lacey. So that's who we are. Now you know. So everyone else has probably heard that before, and they're probably getting tired of it. All right. Thanks to my friend Freddie's, I've started putting some live deals, some actual real footage of properties and deals that we have done in Columbia. I do this for a few reasons. One, to prove to you all that it's real. It's true, it's actual. This is not some made up book study of how to do real estate, okay? This is a legitimate house. I did not put the address, but it's on Fairmont, 7032 Fairmont. You can go buy it. You can look at it. It probably looks just like that photo because it came off a Google image, okay? Probably the same car in the front. I don't know. So this is real life, and I'm going to go through it, and you guys, ask me any questions if you have any questions. So we purchased this, and the title is Zero Money Out of Pocket, so just so you know it's possible. We purchased it for $165. Now this is both buildings here, okay? So this is a duplex, this is a duplex. It's all on one lot. We treated it really as like a quad kind of, it's just 4 units. Rehab budget was just 30 grand. This thing was already rented, and one had a fire in it. This one over here had a fire in it, and so that one was totally renovated, brand new kitchen, brand new everything. The other ones were not bad. The one on this side actually got a new kitchen due to the fire over here. These over here, you'll see the pictures are a little bit different. So paint, change the hardware, fixtures, carpet. It was a really light rehab, right? So $30,000 for 4 units, that's not much money at all. But they were already rented. And honestly, we didn't necessarily have to do any of that because the tenants were happy. But we did want to do that, and I'll show you why in a minute. Closing cost, holding cost was not that much, about $2,000, and our down payment, which would include the lender fees and attorney fees and stuff like that, was $4,500. We were lucky enough to get a lender that would give us almost all of the money up front. Okay, so we only had to put $4,500 out of our pocket right then. The ARV today, these properties right now, conservatively, is worth $325,000. Because the rents, the market rents, did I put that on there? It might be on the next page. Yeah, market rents, $3,400. Okay, so who in this room would do that deal? Raise your hand. Who? I got 4 or 5 people that said they're looking for that deal right now, right? So this is one that came from a real estate agent. Okay, I'm telling you right now, the biggest reason, the number one reason why we started REI Live was for networking, was so that you can meet you and you can meet you and I can meet y'all. Okay. So this came from just getting to know an agent. This agent knew that we bought properties with no hassle. The seller was like, I don't want to deal with it. Y'all figure it out. Find me a buyer. I want 165. And that agent came to me and said, he wants 165. He don't want to deal with it. I said, done. And the seller paid the agent's commission, so the agent's super happy. I'm very happy. The rented units at that point were only bringing $2,500 a month. So still, even at that point, I felt like it was still a really good deal. Now, we bought that it was January 16th, 2020. Who knows what happened like 15 days after that? Pandemic. Yeah, pandemic. There you go. Pandemic hit our coast right after that. So it changed kind of what we did with the rental rates. We have not gone to $3,400. We're actually going there now because we're a little bit more comfortable. But let me show you what we did. So we did a Bur Bur, which is buy, rehab, rent, refinance. You guys understand that? Who's never heard Bur before? Okay, we've got some folks that have heard it. Okay, so the Bur is what we did for that property, and we were able to we needed to get 75% LTV for the bank. That's what they wanted to see. They only wanted to lend 75% of the value. The appraisal at that point came in as is at around 275. I actually couldn't find the number, but I know it was at least that, because they were able to give us $200,000 out immediately from the bank. And if you guys zoom down to the bottom of the screen, you see we did that on February 27th, 2020. So that was 6 weeks later. 6 weeks later, we were able to refinance out of this, and we got our $4,500 back. We got our rehab money back that we put in there to paint and carpet and all that jazz. So how much money do we have left in the deal? Zero. That's it. Zero money left in the deal. We were able to do that in 6 weeks. It doesn't always happen that fast, but because we got the deal at such a discount, the bank said, sure, we'll go ahead and give you your $200. We're happy with your numbers, your 75% LTV. We're ready to roll. So that is a pretty good deal. Who would do a deal like that? Who would like to have zero money in 4 units and get cash flow today? Okay, I just want to make sure I was in the right room. All right. So that's what I call it, that's what I say, that's how we get to be a freedomnaire. Okay, I think I just made that word up. but it didn't give me a squiggly line at the bottom when I typed it. So I think if you put a dash in anything, you're good to go. So a freedom there. What is freedom there? That's what we talk about in Freedom Finders. It's about having freedom of time and freedom of finances, right? So financial freedom and time freedom is what we're trying to help you guys do. That's what we have been able to work on our lives. The time freedom was the number one thing for us because Michelle and I have 3 young kids. I was just telling Angela about this weekend. I think real estate has saved our marriage, saved our kids' lives probably. This weekend was Labor Day. Who has ever worked in hospitality or retail? And what happens on holidays? You work longer. You work longer and harder, right? I haven't told Michelle this, but on Saturday, so yesterday, I went to my phone to my recent calls because I was going to call somebody I knew they were in the recent calls. And there was only 3 phone calls for Saturday, Sunday, Monday on a holiday weekend. She's clapping. Michelle's clapping. Bishop, when I worked at the Inn at USC, what would have happened on a holiday weekend? In one shift. Rochelle, how many calls would we have gotten on the weekend? A million. So the first call on Saturday was actually from Chavis because he was going to call me Friday, but he had an emergency, so he called me Saturday. And I texted him, I was like, we'll catch up on Tuesday. Great. That was done. Sunday's phone call was Michelle because she couldn't find me at church. She's like, where are you? And then Monday was Michelle because we were trying to figure out where to go for dinner. And it was like 6 p.m. on Monday. That's what I mean by time freedom. That's a freedom there. And I feel like it's in my gratitude journal. I'll be talking about that for ages, okay? That is one of the things that has made me so passionate about trying to tell y'all about this because it's real life. You can do that. It's not going to happen overnight, but if you start somewhere and you put the pieces together, step 1, step 2, and keep going, stay committed, you can do the same thing. So let me tell you about what these properties look like now. Current rents are almost $3,000. So like I said, when COVID hit, we said we're not going to kick the people out. We're going to keep them in if they're paying rent. We're just going to raise them up a little bit at a time. We felt like that was a smart thing to do, and it's paid out pretty well. We're still about $500 shy of where we should be, and so now we've started working that on. We've got one of the tenants all the way up to $850, and we'll get the next ones up. And so property management, repairs, and vacancies, usually I take 25% off, but we just did the repairs, and we haven't had any vacancies because these are all long-term tenants. And so our monthly cash flow is about $530. And how much money did I have in the deal still? Zero. So it's a good deal. It's a pretty good deal. The biggest thing for our long-term future and for our long-term careers for my wife and I and our family is the equity, the net worth. That's what's going to get you 30, 40 years from now. And we instantly added $130,000 in net worth to our bottom line. So that's real life, guys. I didn't do anything special to find it. I'm telling you, the person called me. Okay, so this is stuff that you can do right now if you talk about it. What you just said, we just said it up here a minute ago. It's amazing how you find deals when you start looking. When you come to things like this and you start looking for them. She found one just the other day after finding one, and she starts looking for the next one and it shows up. So you guys, 1 and then 2, just like that. All right. So who wants to do a deal like that? All right. So I can't make you do it right now, but you guys start looking for it, okay? All right. So here we are in REI Live, Columbia. Was that helpful for anybody going through those numbers? They're not fake. They weren't.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Did you just happen to know a realtor just by networking with realtors, or, what happened that the person just said, well, hey, let me find him?
So that agent, I believe, that agent was a property manager for another property that we had bought. So we bought a property from a guy who she was managing it. And I said, hey, we do this all the time. We do this. And we closed that deal with that guy. And she was like, hey, you did really good. You did what you said you were going to do. So she called me back, and now we're buying 9 more units from her. She's the agent. She called us and said, hey, this owner wants to get out of these 9 units, and so we're closing on those this week.
Oh, wow.
So that's just basically going to that person and telling them what I do. So, yeah. So I want you all just to know what your agenda is here. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this, but why are you in this room? You should know what it is. If you don't know what it is, think about it, daydream for a second, and write it down. Okay? Know why you're here, because when we break in a second, I want you to tell people why you're here and see if they can help you and see if you can help them. All right, this is what to expect from us. REI Live is basically education driven. We're here networking and education. We're just trying to get some of this secret real estate stuff out there. There's nothing secret. I didn't invent anything. I'm just practicing. I'm just telling you what we practiced and what we experienced. I'm just sharing it. Okay? So we're going to keep doing that. We do bring in people from across the country. Tag, who will reschedule. Holland's probably rescheduled him already, but he will reschedule, and he will come talk about his business that is a nationwide wholesaler. And he is a consultant who's created, sold, broken up a lot of businesses. So he's going to come talk about business strategies. Okay, so that's the kind of people we bring each month. Take the picture here or go on Facebook, facebook.com/REI Live Columbia. That's our group. Meetup.com is the same-ish. And so just those are the dates that we have here through December. You can expect the same type rhythm for 2022, next year. Okay? So next week, we are at Rosewood. So Rosewood, 3905 Rosewood is a property that we bought that's burned up. Was burned, well, I guess still is burned up. Part of it's burned, and I won't ruin it for you guys, but we went in thinking we were just going to have to do this, and then we had to do that. So big change and shift. So if any of y'all are here there the first time, it's today, tomorrow, next week, whatever it is, will be totally different. All right, so we are here thanks to our sponsors. We do say we want to encourage you guys to reach out to these folks if you need any of these services. We use these folks in our business. We know them, they're owners, they're operators, whatever it is. I'll just let you know who they are. Todd Realty Partners, of course, that would be Rochelle, that's working under Lucas Group. Disposition on Demand, that's Freddie's, who's teaching English tonight, so he couldn't be with us, but you can reach out to him if you need to sell a deal. Herring Insurance Services is our insurance provider. He has our insurance on everything, all of our properties, our cars, the boat, I mean, everything. He does everything. And they're really good. They can source insurance from all different carriers, so they're real creative of finding you something. Rehab Wallet, I'm going to let Angela speak in just a second, so I'll come back to that. Custom Embroidery, that does the notebooks, the pins, the hats, the shirts, everything that we do as far as embroidery or logos. Modern Workmen is Richard is not here today, but they're a financial advisor, financial services, that sort of thing. He and his wife also do property management. They own some investment properties, so they consult with people that are in real estate. And Rollins Pest Control, I always give them a plug because Rollins Pest Control not only goes to all of our properties in sprays and does termite looks and treatments or whatever, but when they're there in our rental houses, they let us know if we got a bad tenant. They let us know if there's a leak somewhere. They let us know if they got trash everywhere and bugs everywhere. And they're another set of eyes that go in and say, hey, you might need to do something about this tenant. Okay? So that's just great to have. If you don't use them, you need to talk to your pest control person, because if they're going in the house, they need to be telling you what's up. So just some of the other partners, sponsors that we have. These are the tools that we use in our business every single day. Every single deal we do comes through this loop somehow, some way. I'm not going to go through all of those. There's actually a YouTube video about it. I think a Facebook post about it. But anyway, if you have questions about it, just let me know. And each one of these has a REI Live discount. or promo code or something like that, so you get a free trial. I could tell you the two that I tell people to use the most is going to be PropStream right there in the middle, PropStreamVIP.com. You can get everything under the sun, and then Deal Machine. Deal Machine's about half the price of PropStream, so DealMachineVIP.com. Deal Machine is for driving for dollars, so you can put it in your car, you drive around. But even if you're not driving for dollars, you just type in the address, you still get everything you ever want to know about that house, okay? So those are the two. If I had to choose one, I'd say PropStreamVIP.com. Go to that one, all right? All right, C is average. All right, now I'm going to hit you guys with something hard, all right? So I told Michelle, if I got to talk all night, I'm going to need some energy from the room. So I thrive on energy. I'm a hospitality person, you know, I get talking to people, I love it, but I like it when we're talking back and forth. So I need you guys and y'all to participate. All right, so C is average. Is C okay? No? I mean, you pass with a C? I know Michelle's like, no way. Reynolds, you get a C? Get out of the house.
But in today, you can make a C and just not do anything.
Right? C is average. Is it okay to be average?
No.
Who says it's not okay to be average? I know it's relative. That's the point. Is it okay to be average? It's okay. You can raise your hand. There's no judgment. Y'all see no judgment zone. We all had champagne. Talk. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to be average. People will say that all the time, right? It's okay to be average. I'm not going to beat you up about it. I just want to tell you what average is, if you can read that. I had to make it small for everything else. All right, this is for, y'all, I'm not 40 yet, but that was like the easy way to find it. It was 40-year-old male. Average weight is 176. Average height is 5'9". Not there yet. See, that I wish I could be average, but I'm not. Alas. Just so I put it out there, if you do the BMI, that's overweight, okay? So, average. Average income salary for a 40-year-old male is $45,000. Now, that's not bad. Is that okay?
No,
it's okay. It's all right. It's okay to be average. It's cool. Average debt.
Oh, wow.
Yikes, right? Now average is getting scary. So why am I telling you guys this? Because I think you all are probably in the same boat as us, as Michelle and I. And that's the boat where you don't have a whole lot of people around you saying, go a little further, push a little bit, get out of your comfort zone. I am willing to bet a glass of champagne that you guys are probably in the same boat where you have a lot of people saying, whoa, why are you doing that? Why are you calling people on the phone asking them if they want to buy their house, Quinn? Right? Why are you getting out of your comfort zone? You have a good job. You make $45,000 a year. Why are you working on the weekend to try to find a rental house? You know those things suck. You got toilets you got to unclog, and termites, and terrible tenants, right? House full of roaches. Let me tell you about it. Did y'all know that houses full of roaches have a particular smell?
Yes.
Was that you that walked in? Yeah. You walk in, roaches. Back to champagne. So, I feel like you don't have that group. You don't have people in your life telling you it's okay to be above average. It's okay to push out of average. It's okay to stick your neck out and go a little harder. Who feels that? Who feels that they are missing that in their life? They're missing those people around them. That's because everyone's average, right? And average people don't stick their neck out. Average people don't go and work a little extra to get over 45K. Average people don't go and try to buy a house from a stranger that they've never met that looks like the roof just caved in. Like, average people don't do that. I'm here to tell y'all, this is our support group. It's okay. You all are okay. Okay, it's fine. You have a sickness, it's okay. All right. Being average, and the guys, get deep for a second to read this, okay? Just get in your stoic mind. Being average is to pass one's life away with time rather than to pass one's time away with life. Oh, does that hurt a little bit? I don't know if I can read it again. Being average is to pass one's life away with time rather than to pass one's time away with life. It's to kill time rather than to work it to death. It's to just let time pass. Don't fill it. Don't put your life into it. Don't put your joy and your skills into your life, into your time. It's just to let it happen to you. Do C students do that? Or do A students? That's an average. That's a C student that's going to let just time pass by. I got another deep one for you. Average is what failures claim to be when their family and friends ask them why they are not more successful. Why didn't you make $50,000 last year? I'm just average. Just what everybody else makes at 40. Oh, man. So easy. What if I made $48,000 and I was 35? Man, 40-year-olds make 45. I'm making 48 at 35. I'm way above average. No. Right? Yeah, I got a bonus this year. Failures claim to be average just to get by, to say, you know, I didn't try any harder because I'm average. Everyone else was doing this, so why would I try harder? Why would I go and make some phone calls? Why would I drive for dollars on Saturday? Right? Why would I tell this person at work that I buy houses? Because I'm average. I didn't need to do that. Being average is to take up space for no purpose, to take the trip through life, but never to pay the fare, is to return no interest for God's investment in you. Wow. Yeah, I got to give you the quote. The people that said this, I forgot to put it in there, but I'll give it to you. I didn't make that up. Just so you know. So this is the one that hit me at home, right? To return no interest for God's investment in you. You guys, everyone can be average. Everyone could come here and just do life as it's laid out, just super easy, not sticking your neck out, not getting uncomfortable, not coming to events like this. But in order to be above average, you have to do more. You have to be willing to try something new, to try to get out of your comfort zone, to see what's available out there, to talk to people, to network, to educate yourself. So you guys are in this room, so I'm willing to bet that you are those people that are not okay with average. Absolutely. Is that a fair statement? Absolutely. Can I get an amen? Amen. All right. So that's what I want. That's what I want you guys to be thinking about. When you go home, you're like, dang, I'm tired. I do not want to read another book. I do not want to call another homeowner, right? I don't want to run numbers again. I just want to be average. I just want to sit at home in my Snuggie.
Wow.
Quinn, I know you have a Snuggie. Don't.
Start telling all my business.
I just want to be average. When you go home and you get that feeling, you're like, let me just be average for a minute. I want you to think about this, that everyone can be average. It doesn't take anything to be average. But you came here, you've got something burning inside of you that you want to do a little bit more. You want to be a little bit above average. So use that, okay? So when you get to that hard point, just dig a little deeper, go a little bit farther, all right? I want you guys to be A students, not C students. Can we make an agreement on that? Can I get a bunch of A students in here? All right. So when we come back from this networking break, I'm going to break it down how you can be above average in your closing ratio and how you can make more money in the deals that you already have. Okay? So we're going to break that down. Right now we're going to have another just 2-minute break so you can get more champagne because we have champagne tonight. You can talk to Angela if you need to, but network. See if there's anyone in here that you need to meet. If you haven't met them, get uncomfortable and talk to somebody new. All right?